2025, and there's some major games on my horizon. There's Monster Hunter Wilds, the PC port of Sony's Spider-Man 2 just dropped, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 as well, and I don't have time to play every new release, and to be honest, I don't need to. But I've noticed a pattern in my recent choice of games. Many of the titles that I'm currently playing are older, and some significantly so. And so I'm asking myself the question, why am I going back to older games? Is it nostalgia, the replayability? Were games just better? According to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, nostalgia can be defined as a wistful or excessively sentimental yearning for return to or of some past period or irrecoverable condition. To put it simply, it's remembering something from the past that made you happy, often with a bit of sadness because you might miss those times. And when we're talking about nostalgia, it brings me back to when I built my first proper gaming PC. I spent working some odd jobs as a teen during the summer, saving every penny to upgrade from a clunky household laptop that could barely run mid-2000s games to something a bit more up-to-date. And then when I finally got my dream PC, I didn't start with a new title. There were plenty of games that I wanted to play at that time, but I didn't. Instead, I booted up Halo 1, Combat Evolved, a game from 2003. And I'd played it before, but experiencing with smoother frames and higher fidelity was almost like playing it for the first time. Talking about it now, even, it reminds me that gaming at its core is about the joy of the experience and not just cutting edge graphics or, the big open world scale. And when I look at modern AAA gaming, that sense of pure fun feels a lot harder to find. The industry's increasing focus over the years on monetization has reshaped the way games are designed and how we play them. The always online requirements, battle passes, microtransactions, focus on content or items that you can miss out on, like FOMO, has turned playing games into more of a chore, like a second job. The idea of live service has been such a blight. On top of that, many modern titles demand a huge time commitment as well. Take Red Dead Redemption 2. My playthrough clocked in at about 110 hours. And I did take my time exploring and hunting and doing other side activities, sure, but even if I'd only focused on the main story, I'd still be looking at around 80 hours. It's a fantastic game, right? Don't get me wrong. When I'll inevitably play it again a few years down the line, I'll gladly make that time investment again. But not every game justifies that kind of investment, And yet there's so many titles today that almost expect it. So, what's the solution? What can be done? Well, for starters, the old games and the old times that we're, feeling nostalgic for are still out there. Some of you might still own physical copies of video games. I know that I do. And, go and play them. There are also plenty of modern games that manage to capture that old school magic. Titles that are made with passion rather than just profit in mind. And then I'm specifically thinking about more indie focused titles. Finally, I'd like to end this video with a bit of wisdom. I personally think that nostalgia is great. But let's not forget to look forward every now and then. I think feeling nostalgic is completely okay, and please treasure those memories, right? But there's also plenty of new experiences that are waiting for you out there, and don't forget that. And don't forget what made you fall in love with gaming in the first place.